Hey everybody, it's Micah Mitchell, CEO of Membarium and Membership Coach, and I am here with Jen from Salt Marketing. Jen, welcome, welcome.
Happy to be here. Excited to talk about this.
So Jen came to our event in Scottsdale this last spring, and then Ben, who is also listening in on the call here, he's going to be showing the screen. He helped implement some of the AI stuff on her site. And when we talk about AI, we don't mean AI to help Jen create her content. She knows how to create content. We mean AI to help the user navigate the content, use the content. So yeah, Ben, let's jump into that content lab. So what did you call this earlier, Jen? Like coaches?
We've got various coaches in there for building out different pieces of content. So we had basically ChatGPT prompts, copy and paste prompts if you're using ChatGPT. But what we were able to add was these embedded coaches that will do it for you within the platform. The coaches themselves who are learning the members' preferences and learning their business, and then that builds on itself. So each of these little pieces we were calling an AI coach. And so once we start that coach, it will then bring them in a step-by-step way. So it'll bring them into building out this content for their use in a step-by-step way. And you can see there the questions that it asks. What are you looking for? What's the best way to go about this? And so within these little coaches, they're sort of self-contained. I want to do this one thing. I want to accomplish this one goal.
I like, again, that these are purpose built. It's not just one general AI, right? Somebody could go to ChatGPT and say, oh, how do I do Google for my business? But where this is for wellness businesses with your experience layered in, then when they interact with it, they get something, like you said, a little bit more like what they would get from your custom services, right? We also saw on a previous page the success tracker. If you go up to the top, Ben, let's look at that for a second. So this little success tracker, go into where it shows all of it. This is kind of present throughout the site. And then what I like about it when you come to this page is she's got these sections. So you can see horizontally scramble, stabilize, systemize, scale, soar. And then within each one of those, there are these sub items. But now the membership client can come in here and as they're knocking things off, mark them off. There are other systems where this is built into the content. So like after I watch this content, I mark it done. But my problem with that is you're often saying, oh, I'm done with the content, but you didn't actually go do the thing. And so I like this success tracker where it's built around, okay, did you, yeah, sure, go study the stuff, right? And so you can see it has those learn links. If you don't know how to do what it's asking, you go and you learn. But then when you're done, you actually knock it off. One of the other things, there's lots of things done with AI, so I might not go in perfect order. But we built kind of an AI lead magnet at one point, right? It's an AI assessment. Somebody does not yet have to be logged in, but you can send them over here to go through this assessment. So maybe you can pop through it a little bit, Ben. But these things that we're showing are built with the membership or plugin. So that's something we developed for people like Jen to add these kinds of tools. And what's really happening here is instead of this being completely static, where you used to have to understand every single permutation, every single branch that somebody could go through, this is actually just using AI to evaluate it. So they answer a few questions. And then when they get their report, you saw Ben put in his name and email there. That's the opt-in. So the idea behind this is it's a lead magnet. We want to get them to opt in. And then for answering those questions and opting in, we're going to give them this assessment, right? So you can see it's, what I'm seeing. Here's your next steps. And if you keep going down here on this assessment, we give them the real kind of call to action is to get into her membership for $1, right?
So this one right now is cooking with gas. And to your point a minute ago, so if we scroll back up to the top, you can see it's telling them which stage they're in based on what their answers were. And what I love about this is not generic copy. Like this is not something I just copy pasted. If they, if they say they're in this stage, I want you to give this answer. It's actually generating this feedback real time based on the questions that they answered. So to me, this is a really robust example of how this can work well. It's digging into the content that's in the membership and answering their needs specifically based on what they'll find inside the membership. So it's genuine, it's authentic, and it really resonates with them because it's exactly what they're looking for. And so I love this lead magnet. This one is performing optimally for us. So this assessment works really well and gets them into that 30-day trial.
That's awesome. So another thing we did generally is we were going through using the AI plugin and realized, oh, we need to make it global. So kind of we had AI existing separately in little areas. but we thought about it as being persistent. So if I start interacting, go ahead, Ben, and open that. If I start interacting with the thing here, and then I go to a different page, in the past it would kind of start over based on what was on that page, and we found out that's maybe not how people exactly work. So we're going to let this conversation carry across the site, right? So they can kind of be talking to this little AI coach as they're going through the content, asking clarifying questions and things like that.
Having the persistent sort of AI bot there answering questions lets them navigate in the way that's best for them. So it's yes, it's a guided journey, but it's also very, very personalized. And so that's why I love the ability to drill into all of the content and find the answers that they're looking for. So like Ben has asked it questions here and it's led them to, you probably want to take this one little lesson. It's a 2-minute video and a workbook to get you going on that particular topic that you're looking for. And so being able to just direct them right to that, I think that's groundbreaking. I mean, that's really exactly what people are looking for today. They don't want to slog through a course in the order that you decided to record it. They want to go right to that thing that's going to get them results quickly.
At the beginning, you said things were starting to pick up for you. You're starting to get a little bit busy, maybe even a little bit worried about how busy you're getting, right?
For sure. The ability to sort of just drop them into the membership, explain to them what's in there, and the AI can actually guide them through where I have to do less hand holding. Obviously, there's always an aspect of customer service there, but when I can do less hand holding because the AI is helping us with that, that's fantastic. So when they first come into the site and they first hit the page, so it's got this cute little video of me and it's going to walk through the site. But that onboarding right there is a spiffy little quiz that Ben designed, and it walks them through all of the things that they need to know in order to get started. It identifies which of those 5 stages they're in and points in the right direction.
We probably should have started here, but yeah, it's going to come through and ask them some questions. Looks like it's just kind of telling them something. Or no, it pulled that assessment out of the other thing, right?
Because we're not logged in as a new member, I think it's probably kind of jumping to conclusions a little bit there, but that's okay.
That's funny. That's okay. Yeah. So if
Learn.
if we had not, this would be somebody's first interaction, right? Typically. And I like what you said there, Jen, just about how now you can more confidently just let them into the site. You don't have to really preface it too much. It's just like, hey, good stuff's in there, go in there. And they're going to
Mhm.
come in, they're going to hit this, they're going to answer the questions, and then it'll direct them. And so it's almost like, having, I have Ben and I can say, oh, yeah, just talk to Ben. Ben will take care of you. That's kind of like, oh, yeah, just go in and interact with the AI. It'll help you out, right?
So what we're seeing here on the screen, this is the revelation. Like this is what I couldn't do with the other outside system. So I wasn't able to produce a result that was like, okay, here's where you are and here's where you need to get started. And so this gives them, hints and places to go so they can get excited about it. So again, rather than just like, here's everything I have, it's guiding them step by step through, here's where you should get started, which makes it a lot less overwhelming and helps them make progress because we want to go for those quick wins right out of the gate. And so being able to guide them to those answers based on their survey, that was huge.
Well, thank you for coming on and joining us and recapping that whole thing.
Well, thank you for all of your help. I really appreciate everything that you guys have done to support me. I mean, the Memberium team has always been amazing, but this experience has really, it's been a really inspiring shot in the arm for everything that we're doing. It really has.
It's awesome. Thanks so much.